Go ahead.
Okay. It didn't work, I don't think.
You're
Oh, I'm
flying.
still flying. Sorry, I thought I was just tall. I did it! I'm so good at this game. It's so nerve-wracking. Ah!
Oh, here. This is for you.
Is that an invitation to Smash? I don't know what it is. I've never not known a game so much. Oh, I don't care where, like, the logo goes. I don't really care as long as we can have a cat near it. Like, the background doesn't matter either. Here's perfect. Why is this happening? Ah, why is Slender here? It doesn't have to be super perfect or anything, so don't worry.
Okay.
I won't freak out. It's just it'll be exploded anyways. Plus it'd be funnier if it's bad and Cat's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty shit, and he explodes it.
2, 3, and 4.
Get this donkey out of here. Hey, what the fuck are you looking at? Why is there a Shrek reference in my logo?
So, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What inspired your logo? I mean, it's your art style, but what were you going for?
I don't know. I wanted it to be something I drew because the channel's about me.
Yeah. I got
and
that
it's
part.
not supposed to be like this. I didn't want it to feel like a huge, big branded like thing. It's really just me. I like the hand-drawn look as well because that's something I did. But I also wanted it to be simple so anyone could like be like, okay, that's Alax's style, or oh, that's him. As for how it came out, I'm just like, I just want it to be me, but I want you to be able to see it from far away and be like, hey, that's me. That's the logo. I can see the eyes, I can see the cat, like you can make it out. And even if you don't know the channel, you're like, well, it's clearly about this very overly eccentric guy and a cat that doesn't want to be there. I'm definitely posting this.
What?
Like, I want to do like behind the scenes. Well, Scott gave me the idea to do like bonus content for videos, like the
like
tutorials.
what he does, like Scott Stashed and
Exactly.
that stuff.
He's like, you should do that. Like, there's probably a lot you could do, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. So that's why. Well, the tutorials came before that, and I'm like, well, I could probably do the tutorials and then like other parts of what goes into videos, like. If a video doesn't have crazy editing, then like something like this, where like, oh, we built shit in Minecraft just for this one joke.
I was experimenting with After Effects a while ago. There's a lot of stuff that you can make with just one asset, and it's crazy that people don't realize that.
It's just a very demanding software. I don't know if the newer versions are like better with computer RAM and just being accessible, because that's the biggest problem. Usually they're better with Mac computers though. Even then, you can't do roto brushing, can be kind of like slow. Oh wait, I can see. Yeah, that's that, and that's Cat's collar. Let's get in there.
Yeah, you can see it.
It's very easy. It's not hard or anything. It's just time consuming.
It's looking good actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's an eye. This is.
If you want to look at it from afar, you can stand on top of that.
Do I want to know what this is?
It has. I mean, it's just looking at us like, guys.
Like, let me down. Yeah, that's funny. And then Cat's looking at it from afar. Oh, that's gonna be good. Yeah, I think streaming this game would be hilarious because I'm literally a child of wonder when I'm playing this. I'm like, what's gonna happen? Whoa! Like with everything.
I mean, it's your first time playing, so you haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I'm and I don't look it up, and I don't understand when people tell me stuff because I'm stupid. Or I'm just slow, and I'm like, yep, redstone, what's that mean?
And there's redstone repeaters and redstone.
Yep. I know the basics of making a house and surviving the first night, but if you're gonna ask me to do complex recipes, I need the wiki open at all points. I'm playing Hollow Knight right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not using it. I refuse to use a guide. And
I don't like it. Yeah.
And I'm really just like trying my best to just play it honestly, because I feel like that's the most honest, like, it's just like the most fulfilling way to play a game, because you really get those discovery moments of like, whoa, I figured this shit out, I never knew that, and it's really fucking awesome. So that's how I played Super Metroid, which is way harder, and just like secrets are like progression is like, oh, did you not know to bomb this one wall? Of course you had to. Boink, boink.
I'm not recording our voices.
Oh, I am.
Oh my god.
Why are you so worried? At worst, they'll say mean things about you, and then that's it. Because people like to post comments about just like very superficial things, because it's easy, it's anonymous, and they don't have any accountability for what they say. So in my examples, like, super easy for a random person to be like, oh, this guy has like big lips, or oh, why does it look like he's wearing lipstick, in comments. And
have you read that actually?
Oh yeah, I've read so many like horrible things about my appearance, like, and it sucks that it has to be a thing that happens when you're in the spotlight, but giving it that sort of attention isn't really worth it, because there's always usually much more positive comments. Plus, like, shit about your appearance is just really shit anyways. It's like totally not helpful, and people only make comments like that because it's based in like their own insecurities about themselves. And in the same way people, I was just watching something on this too, in the same way people like follow YouTubers and feel a part of a community and feel like, oh wow, this content, I get it, like this person, I really vibe with them, and they feel like they're a part of something. Trolls in the same way. They're like, oh, I get satisfaction because this makes me feel better about myself. They're like, I'm affecting someone's day in a bad way. Although I don't think it's that like cognitive.
I think it's always been the case actually. You have to be negative and just be mean to others to like be superior or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, you grow up and you realize, man, I was stupid.
It is stupid. Well, negative comments often get seen more online, so that's why people feel more empowered when to use them, because they're like, well, I can say a million nice things and they won't notice, but if I say the positive thing, or a negative thing, then they're gonna be like upset, and they're gonna see my comment, and then that's gonna make me get like a little bit of dopamine.
It's like those people that post a comment and then they get noticed and then get a reply and they're like, oh no, I was actually joking.
Yeah, exactly. That happens so often. I gotta wonder what those people do with their life. It's like, you literally are at home from school. You get home from school, you go on Twitter, and you post something negative about a person that is never going to talk to you. Why? Like, what do you get out of that? What do you get out of that? Like, you sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, this is something I'm doing, and I'm gonna do it. And this is a positive use of my time. Like, it literally doesn't make sense to me. And it's probably not something they like think about to that level. It's mostly just like, in the moment, they say it, and they feel validated about whatever they think because they said it. And then the few likes they get is like, huh, well, it seems I'm not alone on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, what? Sorry.
Look at the cat. He was just watching.
Hey, Missy, hi!
Makes you think about, for example, I was gonna mention VTubers, but I
was gonna mention VTubers because I want to do one, but like be like a very buff guy, and be like, hey, what's going on? Ah, that would be hilarious.
In YouTube, they have the top super chats, bunch of them.
Yeah, I think it's very charming, and I really like it. Not to the point where I'm obsessed about like, oh, it's not a real person, but it would be like a character I like from an anime or a show, and they do streaming, and that's what I like about it.
Look at my progress and look at yours.
It's looking pretty good. It's getting there.
No, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I think so.
See you, buddy.
Where is it?
Right here.
Huh.
One.
How do you get
subscribers?
How do you get 1 billion subscribers?
Well,
you should know this.
Sell out in every possible conceivable way, and do contests where you do very expensive things that people can't refuse to watch. They literally cannot miss it. And then, yeah, that's basically it. You just do something that the everyman would be like, whoa, that's insane. Like, I don't know. Is YouTube going to become whoever has the most money can buy their way to being big?
YouTube has already, like, it already has, like, I don't know how to say it, a threshold, or no,
How
it's
much
like,
people would watch stuff like that?
no, it's like the more money you have, you have like an advantage.
Lame.
It's like you have equipment, recording studio.
Yeah, it's true. Which goes into a lot of social political commentary on, because YouTube was supposed to be the thing where anyone could succeed, but do our predetermined factors also, because people were like, oh, you know, anyone could be a big YouTuber, but why are still a lot of them white, like, kids, you know? Cat, you are looking good, buddy. This is definitely gonna take an hour. Well, actually, it's the hard part.
Well, yeah, my question was, how do you get used to, like, recording stuff?
I don't know. Let me think about it.
For example, right now I'm telling you, I'm nervous that you're recording me because I've never done anything like this. Recording, or, you know. So
it's the same answer as a lot of answers in my life. I'm like, what if I look stupid? I'm like, well, then I look stupid. I've been looking stupid. What's new, right? Like, oh, people are gonna make fun of me? Okay, well, that's not new. Or I'm like, oh, what if it's bad? And then it's bad, and it's cringe. I've been, like, dunked on because I've made cringy shit before. But if I didn't learn what was cringy or didn't learn from it, then I wouldn't have grown. That's usually my answer. It's not a fun answer. It's not like, there's no, like, I never did anything perfectly, ever. Still don't. I look back on videos, like, from a year ago, and I'm like, that's cringy.
when you used to be the Smash.
Not even that, just like some things I know how I acted. I'm like, why'd you say it like this, or why'd you do it like that? Just very, like, hard on myself. I'm already hard enough on myself, so maybe that's how. But I know if I'm a perfectionist about literally everything, then I'll never get anything done, so I accept, hold on, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But yeah, like, streaming, I just did it until, I don't know, I don't even know if I'm a good streamer now. I don't get, like, crazy views or anything. I just enjoy what I do. Yeah, no, a lot of people are like, how do you handle the pressure of being viewed? And I'm like, you don't. How could anyone?
Some people get used to it, but I think it's different for everyone. Some people don't care, some people do care.
I think to a degree I'm used to a lot of it. I'm definitely used to it, like, parts of, like, comments, but I never like getting too used to it because I still want to value a lot of it, instead of it being like, oh, whatever, I got like a bajillion views, that doesn't mean anything to me, because it does. It's just hard to quantify it, and I already compartmentalize a lot of YouTube because it's really hard to rationalize being this huge thing that everyone wants to talk to, and like that kind of sounds a little, like, conceited, but in a way it's true. But I never like to sound like I know everything. But I definitely think I have an interesting perspective from what I've done for the last few years. Did I screw it up? No, that's right. I think Cat's a little close. Can I control select the whole thing? Is that a thing you can do in Minecraft? What does it look like when you've succeeded as a content creator? What does that look like?
It's not hard to obtain what I want. Have my own place and just record videos for fun without having to worry a lot about. I lost my train of thought. Damn it. But, like, I don't want to worry so much about what I have to make so people recognize it. It's more like I want to make what I want to make, and I want people to watch that. And I want to have fun. That's it.
Yeah. Is the goal motivated by numbers or simply by the content existing? Because a lot of YouTube is not, and people don't like saying it, but it's numbers based. They don't feel validated in what they're doing until there's people watching. If you had only like 50 views per video, but it was the most kick-ass shit, should it change the value of that content? Because in my opinion, it shouldn't. Of course, if it's garbage content, then, like, you know, yeah, then whatever. But if it's actually good and you, like, cared about it, about the whole process, then
making edits daily just for fun.
It's
and that's fine, right?
It's supposed to be for fun. I don't know. I think that's valuable.
I appreciate making people laugh a lot, even if it's like my group of friends. I really like doing that.
Hmm.
So I don't regret anything. I just wish I could be doing more.
I kind of just didn't post anything worthwhile when I first made content. It was YouTube poops and remixes, and then I did skits when I was younger in like 2008.
Yeah.
And the only reason I really took off was because of Smash stuff,
Yeah.
which is not very like glamorous or anything, and I know that, but everyone has to start somewhere, and
Yeah.
I can only think of a few people that you have to talk about something else. It's like, and a lot of the time you got to be consistent and fit within a brand. You got to do something you don't like to get to where you want usually, because you're not just going to. It's not just going. I don't know. It's rare, but I've seen channels that do completely original content and they have one hit, but then like the rest of their stuff doesn't do amazing. What I'm getting at is it's just like you have to balance playing the game, playing the system in the game of YouTube if you want that to be what your career is. And as somebody who is in that position, I'm like, are you guys sure you want this to be your career? It is not. In a lot of ways, you put in way more time than you get out of it. Like, way excruciatingly more time than you get out of what you do. And no promises of any sort of success. Like, if I started doing editing when I was 18 instead of, like, 12, would I have... would I be any good, and would I have succeeded at the point when I did? I honestly just think it's about starting with a small snowball and rolling that snowball for as long as you can. In short, YouTube's stinky. But I think you should just do something you care about, even if it's like not perfect. Like, you never know what people are gonna like. And even if it's like a meme, people love those. I think one thing I've learned from my journey, at least, is like I've always tried to... I thought I wanted something and then realized it's not what I wanted. Because I was like, oh, I like this content, but I didn't realize why I liked it or why I liked making it. And I think now I'm sort of finally like doing exactly what I want to do. Even if it is scary. And not... That's just a life thing, though. Sometimes we do things because we think that's what we want, or we think that's what's going to make us happy, and then by the time we get there, it's like, you don't really... You thought you'd feel different, and you're like, okay, what happened? Did I do something wrong? But usually it's like we like an idea of the destination more than...
Yeah.
But you have to like all the parts leading up to it, too. It's like... I could have an idea for a video and be like, oh, I want this like funny thing in it, and I want it to be like super impactful, and I want it to get 1 million views, and it's like, so then when you're doing it, you're like, oh, I don't like this, and the reason you wanted to do it in the first place was because you wanted the 1 million views. It's not the stuff, the content you wanted. Not saying this is you or anything, I'm just making an example.
No, I know.
Or you want to be a singer, but you don't actually care for the art of singing. You just want to be on a stage and receive like a crowd cheering at you. That was from a book called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck, I think. And maybe it was not that one. Hey, whoa, 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 hey, come on. This is hard work going on here. Get that out of here. So Art of Not Giving a Fuck, yeah. Sometimes we just like the singing example is good. Because you're like, oh, I want to be a singer. But then it's like, oh, you only really wanted to be on a stage and receiving the attention from groupies and shit. You didn't care about the singing. You just wanted the you wanted to be validated by a large group of people that what you're doing is, or you're receiving attention.
I don't expect to get success immediately or anything. That's not what I want. I know I'm going to go for the long game. More like, it's just frustrating to not be happy with how I can start.
I don't know, like, my only advice is just starting. Even if it's not, like, that's the only way you learn, is, like, when you have a final product. Like, something a guitar teacher used to say to me was, like, don't stop. Like, if you play a song and you're messing up every note, continue, because then you're not going to learn the later half of the song. You're just going to be like playing the beginning of the song and you're like, okay, you can master the first 3 notes, congratulations, but you'll never, when you get to like the chorus, you won't be able to like play it because you never practiced it. And I feel the same about videos and most things where I'm like, well, I may be not doing this perfectly, but I'm still gonna do it, it's still gonna be finished, and you know, that's more than what other people can say who said they were gonna start something and didn't. Oh.
Like, for example, Scott. See a guy that has a huge collection of games, and he does
Scott.
overviews.
Yeah.
Okay, you know him more than I do.
He didn't know he was gonna succeed, and he made videos for years. He was always been somebody that made videos too. He always made videos. He loved making YouTube, like not even just YouTube, just like videos for school, and that style of comedy is just him, and that's just something he always enjoyed doing. Oh, there's Cat. It's a little off, but only I would notice that, I think. I know how
I can see that.
I didn't... There's a little bit more distance. I probably missed 1 pixel down here in terms of like how long this was supposed to be. And now it's wrong. Close the topic. Don't follow your dreams, you'll only get hurt. But you'll live a life of regret if you don't try. So you may as well try and get hurt than to not try at all. And if you were hoping that it would be a satisfying, like, this is how I should follow it, it's not. It never is. You could try and fail, and that might just all it will ever be, or you may try and it might be like you discover something, and in doing that one project and you discovered that one thing, it's worth it in the end. 9. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, whew.
Is the hat or the cap okay?
I don't know.
Does it? It only took us 2 hours, but we're almost there.
2 hours? What? Oh man, I didn't notice the time was flying. So anyone watching this video, when this is a video, I've literally not correctly played Minecraft yet. I've played it like 3 times. Once for a video footage where I'm just walking around in survival and doing jack shit. One where I'm with friends in their server where they have everything done in farms and I'm just like so utterly inexperienced that I just have nothing to offer, so I was just like, this isn't fun. Did you explode something?
No, I needed to turn like this.
Ah, what are you doing? That's scary. Okay.
What
it's
about
working. Now? Yeah, it's on.
See? Perfect. What do you think about Steve and Smash?
I love it, and this is gonna come
out. Oh yeah,
okay,
this is your video. Yeah, never mind.
I think it's awesome. I love it. I think it's smart. I've been saying, I've said it for 3 years. I said it in 2017. Or maybe not. Maybe so, I forget. No, I just said what I thought was pretty obvious. Clearly Nintendo thought the same, and Sakurai's like, god damn it.
I wonder how he felt about it. I mean, he likes the game, so I don't think he had a problem like people are saying.
I think he just didn't really see it as like an option, because it's just kind of out there.
This is actually kind of relaxing. Like, I've never done one of these, but it's like, I mean, it's stressful, but it's also relaxing.
Have you ever heard of like the real term of the mandala? The mandala?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they make like flower gardens. Sometimes they're out of sand. So they're made out of sand, and they're these beautiful like circular winding art pieces. But the whole thing is they spend so long making them, and then they get blown away with the wind. And the whole idea is that like permanence is not, like, there's nothing is permanent. And so you should appreciate things for what they are, but not get too attached to them. That's a very Buddhist like mindset. And that's sort of how I am with videos, where I'm like, yeah, okay, this video exists in this time, and I put it out, and it exists forever, but I'm moving on from it. Like, I'm not gonna, whoa. Wow, that's what I look like? I'm very like, I have this idea for a thing, I don't care how long it takes, I will do it, and then I do it, and here we are, and it's done. I had no, like, previous to the weekend, I didn't know this was gonna happen.
What inspired the name RelaxAlax?
Why are you interviewing me?
I don't know. I'm just asking questions that I've always been curious about.
Oh.
Probably. I have the chance, you know, I have the chance.
Because, I wanted to do... I was nicknamed Alax by somebody, and it's just a funny little nickname. Just it's my name but with an A, but it sounds silly. So that was my nickname for a little bit. And then it rhymed with Alax, or relax, because I'm a pretty chilled out guy. I'm pretty, I mean, I joke around in videos and people are like, wow, he's like such a high energy personality, but it's like, really, I'm not. I'm very low energy. Yeah, and then it's all purple. This is how I've been doing it the whole time. How are you doing it so accurately? Woohoo! I look a little bit like Arthur, but whatever. Well, how would you do it? I'm making art. You're making lame. Yeah, perfect. Oh, okay, yeah. Finish it, and then you can be. Then you look at where cat would be. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get closer again. But I guess look at me. Yeah. And be like, hey, cat, I did it. Don't you like it? Is what I would say. No. Yes. I'm gonna say right here.
3,
Woo!
2.
Yes! I kind of like that it's all fucking like not. Oh! That's good. Oh man, and the cat looks back. Oh, that's funny.